What is going on, YouTube world? My name is Ghiman McKinney, or you can just call me Juice. Appreciate you guys for tuning into my channel today. Be sure to like this video right now if you're rocking with your boy. Subscribe to the channel if you're new as well. I do post a ton of great sports videos like this weekly and almost every single day if I can. Alright, look, I'm going to give you my top 5 NFL MVP candidates in 2019-2020, okay? I'm just going to go... Basically, my list is based on where it makes sense. Who realistically can win the award in 2019-2020? Who's going to throw for a lot of yards, a lot of touchdowns? Who will win a lot of games? Who's the most valuable to their team? So, like I said, I'm just going to give you my list. I have 2 honorable mentions, so without further ado, let's get right to it, okay? Phillip and Tom Brady, to me, are my 2 honorable mentions, okay? Tom Brady, obviously, he's putting up great numbers. He's still playing really well. He's defying age, okay? But let's be real. He's what, 42, 41 years old? I mean, he'd be defying history if he wins MVP this year. Now, I will say this. The Patriots, they have a chance to win about anywhere between 12 to 14 games this year. They obviously added N'Keal Harry in the draft. They had really no great wide receivers last year, and they added him. So their wide receiver play, to me, is going to be a little bit better. They obviously do lose Gronk, but the Patriots, to me, are a lot to win 12 to 14 games this year. I mean, their schedule is absolutely just a joke. I mean, the toughest games they have this coming year as far as degree of difficulty is the Cowboys. They get them at home, so that's one way. That's probably a win right there because they play them at home. They play at the Texans, they play at the Eagles, and they play at the Jets. Those are the 4 toughest opponents for them, okay? Other than that, it's a cupcake schedule. The Patriots are going to win 12 to 14 games. Tom Brady's obviously the driving force of that team. You got to put him on this list as an honorable mention. Phillip, obviously, as well, is a pretty good candidate. All the players I'm going to mention above, Phillip, I think, will have better seasons than him, okay? But let's be real. Phillip, he played really well last year. Had one of his best years statistically. You could argue it was his best year. The Chargers are going to win a lot of games. They're loaded. So Phillip has to be in the honorable mention list. Okay, but let's get right into my top 5. Number 5, I got to go with Aaron Rodgers. I know people are going to say, Aaron Rodgers sucked last year. Aaron Rodgers was terrible. He made the playoffs. How are you going to put Aaron Rodgers on this list? I'm going to tell you why. Because let's be real. A quote-unquote down year for Aaron Rodgers was still 25 touchdowns, only 2 interceptions. Okay, that's a down year for Aaron Rodgers. Okay, a down year. Okay, his passer rating was about 89 last year. That's very good. A lot of players would take that stat line. Okay, now obviously Aaron Rodgers. Look, if you want to sell your stock on Aaron Rodgers, go right on ahead. Go ahead and doubt Aaron Rodgers, the most talented quarterback, the greatest thrower of the football I've ever seen. He's the most talented quarterback in the history of the game. I understand Patrick Mahomes might have something to say about that, but he ain't been doing it for a decade, okay? So he's on reserve right now, okay? Look, Aaron Rodgers, you brought in Matt LaFleur as your new head coach. It was obvious. Aaron Rodgers did not like Mike McCarthy last year. He didn't trust his play calling. I'm a Packers fan, so I know this very, very well, okay? Aaron Rodgers is going to put up great numbers. A motivated Aaron Rodgers who's hearing all the media, who's hearing all the doubters saying Aaron Rodgers is washed up, Aaron Rodgers this, Aaron Rodgers that. He's going to put up some godly numbers this year. And listen, if Matt LaFleur can get the best out of RG3 as the quarterback's coach, if he can get the best out of Matt Ryan as the quarterback's coach, if he can turn around Jared Goff's career, who looked like an absolute bust being the offensive coordinator, he definitely can do it to Aaron Rodgers. You want to know why? Because Aaron Rodgers is 10 times better than all those quarterbacks right there, okay? So look, Aaron Rodgers is the best quarterback he's worked with. He's supposed to be an offensive guru and genius. He's learned under Sean McVay, okay? So look, he's got a new coach, got a new great offensive system. Aaron Rodgers did say he likes the offensive system that Matt LaFleur is running, okay? Now, obviously, you know, our defense is going to be improved too. I think our defense will get Aaron Rodgers some more opportunities this year. Our defense will be very aggressive this year, okay? And look, Devontae Adams is one of the 7 best wide receivers in football. Still got young, great ascending players like Marquez Valdes-Scantling and Equanimeous St. Brown. Aaron Rodgers, for me, is at number 5, okay? Number 4, got to go with Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield, look, I think Baker Mayfield has a chance to throw at least 40 touchdowns this year. You want to know why? Because he threw 27 in 14 games as a rookie. That was with Jarvis Landry as his number 1 option. I'm not disrespecting Jarvis Landry. I think Jarvis Landry is a very good player. He's a capable number one wide receiver. But when you put Jarvis Landry as the number 2 overall wide receiver on the team, and then you add OBJ, who has put up godly numbers with Eli Manning, who can't throw deep, I mean, Baker Mayfield is set to succeed. He really is. David Njoku is a very good tight end. He's going to have some great weapons to throw to. Cleveland's offense is going to be a top 5 offense to me next year. You obviously bring in Kareem Hunt in the latter part of the season. He's a great weapon out of the backfield. Okay. Look, I just think Baker Mayfield, look, this Cleveland team is going to win a lot of games, in my opinion. They could win anywhere from 12 to 10 games this year. Now, will they win 12 to 10 games? I don't know. But hey, look, Cleveland, they're going to be improved. They're going to be on primetime games. They're gonna win some games. They're gonna be in some big time games. Baker Mayfield will be at the center of that. He'll put up some godly numbers, in my opinion. He has to be at number 5 for me, okay? Number 3 has got to be Patrick Mahomes. Obviously, the winner last year. Patrick Mahomes to me has to be on this list, okay? Look, he's the reigning MVP. Threw 50 touchdowns this past year. 5,000 yards, over 5,000 yards. Now, Tyreek Hill might be out for a couple games. That might hurt him a little bit. But let's be real. The Kansas City Chiefs have a ton of weapons. They have a ton of weapons. Okay, Travis Kelce, best tight end in football. Okay, Sammy Watkins is a great player. Mecole Hardman, who they drafted out of Georgia, has 4.3 speed. He will fit in nice with Andy Reid. Andy Reid loves to throw the ball. Andy Reid's not one of those guys that likes to run the ball, pound the ball. No, he's going to throw the ball. He's going to air it out with Mahomes. Mahomes might take a slight step back this year just because defenses are going to see what he does, see his tendencies, and adjust to him for a year. But 50 touchdowns in your first season is not luck, okay? And look, Andy Reid naturally makes quarterbacks better. You're going to put numbers with Andy Reid. Donovan McNabb's choking old self made it to 5 straight NFC Championship games with Andy Reid coaching him, okay? Alex Smith, who was an average quarterback at best throughout his career, looked like an MVP candidate under Andy Reid. Patrick Mahomes going to put up numbers. He's got the great wide receivers. The Kansas City Chiefs are going to win some games. Patrick Mahomes got to be at number 3. Now, as far as number 2 and number 1, I almost flipped the guy that I have at number 2 to the number 1 spot. The number 2 guy on my list is Andrew Luck, okay? I think Andrew Luck's going to have his best season yet. I really do. And let's be real. Patrick Mahomes, he threw 50 touchdowns last year. That's amazing, right? You guys realize Andrew Luck was second with 59 touchdown passes. That's pretty good. That's pretty darn good, all right? Andrew Luck, he's trajecting very high for his career. Obviously, career highs or completion percentage and passer rating last year. Let's be real. Andrew Luck's the heart and soul of this Colts team. So if you're talking about most valuable, Andrew Luck is the heart and soul of that franchise. He's the most valuable player on that team. Not like Tom Brady, where you can just switch him in and out of the system, and the other quarterbacks can do just as good, if not better. Okay. I can see the Colts winning anywhere from 10 to 12 games this year. So he's going to have some big wins on his resume. He's going to have a great record. He's going to have the touchdown passes. He's going to have the completion percentage. And let's be real. The offensive line he's playing behind will allow Andrew Luck to succeed. They only allowed him to get sacked 18 times last year. 18 times. It's the best offensive line in all of football. I mean, you got Devin Funchess to throw the ball to now. You added him in the offseason. You added Paris Campbell through the draft, who's a speedy burner. I watched a ton of Paris Campbell in college. He's an excellent, excellent player. He's going to fit nicely with T.Y. Hilton, that wide receiver core. You got Eric Ebron at tight end. You got Deion Kane, who's going to come back from ACL surgery, a wide receiver out of Clemson that I like coming out of college. Andrew Luck is set to succeed very well. The Colts offense will be a top 10 offense and the top 5 offense, top 3 offense potentially in all of football. Andrew Luck will be the center of it. He's going to be at number 2. But the number 1 quarterback to me, if I had to pick a prediction for who's going to win MVP in 2019-2020, Carson Wentz to me is the player you should go with, okay? And for a couple reasons. The Eagles to me are the most talented team in football on paper, okay? There's a reason that their Madden rating is the highest of any team in Madden this year, okay? So, look, at D-line, offensive line, cornerbacks, wide receiver, great elite head coach. I mean, they have all that. They have elite players all around. So, the Eagles potentially could win anywhere from 11 to 13 to 13 games. I can see them winning anywhere from 11 to 13 games this year, okay? So the Eagles are going to have some big wins. Carson Wentz's record is going to be very, very good. He's going to be riding high. They can potentially get a number 1 seed. They can potentially win the division. I understand the Dallas Cowboys have something to say about that. And the Dallas Cowboys might very well win the division this year. But even if the Cowboys do win the division this year, Carson Wentz is going to put up some very good numbers, okay? Listen, Carson Wentz, I think, has a chip on his shoulder. Lane Johnson said he is in a mental state he's never seen him in. He said he's in a mental state where he's focused. He's laser beam focused this year, okay? He's got the great wide receivers. You got Deshaun Jackson, who you added. You didn't have a very, very good deep threat last year. He'll complement Alshon Jeffrey very, very well. You got Nelson Aguilar. You got Zach Ertz, okay? Who's the second best tight end at worst in football. Obviously, you drafted J.J. Arcega-Whiteside out of Stanford, a very good tall wide receiver. So Carson Wentz is not shortage of any wide receiver weapons. I mean, you got an elite offensive line. I mean, and let's be real. Look, I understand that, Nick Foles did better than Carson Wentz sometimes this past year. And look, Carson Wentz choked away some big games last year. But what I will say is that Carson Wentz, I think, was shaking off a little bit of rust. I'm going to give him a little bit of a pass. I think it still was a little bit rusty from that injury. I think he came back a little bit too soon. I think Nick Foles was also in Carson Wentz's head a little bit last year. It's kind of hard, to say, man, I'm the number one guy. But you got a quarterback on the team that won a Super Bowl without you on the team. He has those troops galvanized. So the fact that Nick Foles is out of his sight, okay. And look, let's be real. Carson Wentz, 69% completion percentage last year, a career high. He had a career high in passing yards last year. He had a career high in yards per attempt last year. So even though he was losing games last year, Carson Wentz was still putting up godly numbers. So I think they'll still put up the godly numbers. I think they'll translate to wins this year. I think Carson Wentz plays with a big chip on his shoulder. I think the Eagles are the most talented team in football. I think they can win a ton of games. And I have Carson Wentz as my pick and my number one choice to be the MVP in 2019-2020 football season. I think Carson Wentz wins MVP. I think he has a special year. I think the Philadelphia Eagles also have a special year as well. It's a wrap for this video. Be sure to like the video right now if you're rocking with your boy. Subscribe to the channel if you are new as well. I do post a ton of great sports videos like this weekly and almost every single day if I can. It's my favorite thing in the world to do, to make these YouTube videos for you guys. I appreciate you guys for tuning into the channel today. Listen, guys, just help my channel grow. Share it on Facebook, share it on Twitter, share it on Instagram, share it on Snapchat, share it with all your friends. Get all your friends hipped and subscribe to my channel. I want to become a sports analyst one day. It's my dream job. It's what I want to do for a living, okay? I want to potentially turn this channel into a big-time network when I get older. Potentially maybe go on ESPN, Fox Sports 1. Maybe have my own show. I don't know. I think I'm building something special. But just help me grow, guys. It's my dream job. It's my favorite thing in the world to make YouTube videos. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. I don't know where I'd be without my YouTube family and this channel. Appreciate you guys for tuning in today. God bless, and I'm out.